Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Jonathan. I'm a spiritual guide, a healer, and a medium. To my returning subscribers, welcome back, my friends. Welcome back. In today's video, I want to talk about the challenging times that occur during your spiritual awakening and how to thrive and how to benefit the most out of these challenging times. Let's get started. Since my initial spiritual awakening, I've had my fair share of challenging times. And I'm going to be honest with you, when I initially had my spiritual awakening, I thought everything was going to go my way. I was using the law of attraction. I was always being positive. I was connecting with my angels and my guides. I was opening up to God. I was starting to feel their love. And I assumed that everything would just always work out exactly in the way that I perceive. But as far as the law of attraction, that's not how it works. And as far as this spiritual journey, we are meant to experience, we're meant to learn, we're meant to gain knowledge and wisdom. We're meant to learn how to amplify up our spiritual gifts. And these challenges that come forth, initially, you start to feel like a victim initially when it occurs. It can create a lot of anxiety. It can bring up stress, some fear, some worry. But what's important is during these challenging times to amplify up your spiritual practices, getting yourself grounded, tapping back into your heart space in order to get and in order to receive the right direction as far as which path you should take. Because as far as these challenging times, you most likely have noticed this, there's always two paths that you're able to take. One is rationally thinking and the other one is trusting your intuition moving forward. And throughout these challenging times, they're there to help us grow. They're necessary because as far as on my spiritual journey, it hasn't been when life is going great, when everything is smooth, when everything is just all relaxed, that I've been leveling up as far as my spiritual gifts, as far as my knowledge, as far as my consciousness, as far as letting go of triggers, of blockages, of self-limited beliefs. It's been during those challenging times that it has occurred, and it's happening for you. If you're just able to just start doing this, view everything as happening for you and not against you, as in you're being shown which path you should take. Sometimes there has to be a challenging time. Sometimes there has to be a difficult situation that comes forth in order to possibly break an old pattern. As far as you've always rationally thought, you've always went the safest route. Well, now it's time to step into the unknown like you've never done before. Now it's time to possibly try something that you've never done before, that you literally have no experience. But for those of you who are able to tap into your heart space during this time, are able to, example, amplify up your spiritual practices, getting in more meditation. You feel that anxiety, that stress, that worry come up. Take 5 minutes and get yourself grounded through meditation. And as far as going out in nature, it's extremely powerful because it allows you to completely melt away the stress. It allows you to tap back into your heart space and being away from all these electronic frequencies. You're going to start to notice something. If you begin to open up to God and your angels during your challenging times, you begin to open about the results that you're looking for. You begin to open up about the emotions, everything that is coming up. And if you ask for their love, you will receive it. You will feel their loving energy. And as far as moving forward, start seeing it as happening for you and not against you. Because what's going to end up happening is if you're able to amplify up enough of your spiritual practices, you're able to communicate more and more with God and your angels. All of a sudden, you will be leveling up. And that's exactly why these challenges happen. Sometimes it's to prove to yourself, guess what? You're ready for this. You were born to do this. You already know exactly how you should move forward. You already know exactly how to resolve this. And what's incredible is during this time, if you're able to truly tap into your heart space, which I know is difficult, but it gets easier as a challenge after another comes forth because it's all cycles. At a certain point, you're going to start to see, once you've gone through something once, you're going to be able to start to pick out examples, signs and synchronicities or different patterns that you saw during this challenging time. Therefore, the next time you're going to be able to maintain more in your heart. You're going to be able to stay more in your heart space than rationally thinking. And as you do this, you're going to start to notice some of you will reach enlightenment for a short period of time, for a brief period of time. But the amount of knowledge you will be gaining, the amount of answers that will come forth, will help get you through these challenging times. And not only this, will motivate you to push forth, because you will be shown what will be coming up. You'll be shown why you're going through, what is it that you're going through, and as far as what is it preparing you for. So right now, if you're remotely having challenging times, if right now, especially with peer pressure from certain individuals right now, as example for the job, trust your heart. Open up to God, open up to your angels as far as what is it that you should do. And don't be afraid to speak your truth. Don't be afraid to say no if you have to. Because as far as this journey, we're not meant to do what everyone else is doing here on earth. We're meant to be our authentic self. We're meant to be that light beacon while a lot of people are living in darkness right now. One thing that has helped me as far as these challenging times is viewing it this way. You either have a shortcut available or else you have a detour available. They're both good. They're both good. But if you're going through the detour, there's just a lesson that you're meant to learn. There's something that you must let go of. There could be a certain blockage that has been holding you back, a certain self-limited belief that has been holding you back, or else there's something that you're meant to experience to prepare you for what will be coming up. Because as far as the law of attraction, there are a million different ways to get to the same goal. But it's for those of you who are brave enough to start to step into the unknown, to truly trust your heart, to allow your faith to grow and guide you forward. Those of you that do this will have the most success. Those of you who do this will discover at a much faster pace who you are and how is it that you're meant to serve. And as far as moving forward, it's incredibly important to trust yourself, not allow others to remotely try to convince you of anything. As an example, you have your own belief system and you should stand by it moving forward. And you're going to see that these level ups are going to happen naturally. They're going to happen exactly in your perfect divine timing. But it's a matter of you putting yourself out there sometimes. It's a matter of you sometimes trusting your intuition and trying something completely new that you've never done before. Being willing and able to expand that comfort zone more and more. And as you do this, you're going to see everything is going to work out exactly how it should. And you're going to notice this. Challenging times continuously come forth. I'll be honest with you. I just had a challenging time yesterday. It brought up a lot of anxiety. The last time that I felt this level of anxiety was January 1st, 2019. Therefore, it gives you an idea as far as how much anxiety I was feeling. I'll be honest with you. It lasted for about half an hour, 45 minutes, where I was just like, oh my God, is this good? I was focusing in on the worst case scenario. But then I grounded myself, told myself, listen, I'm safe where I'm at right now. Everything is happening for me and not against me. And I started to focus on the result that I was looking for. I didn't have to spend hours meditating. I didn't have to ask God and my angels 100 times to have the result I was looking for. I just asked them for the result that I was looking for, or the result that was in my best interest. Then what ends up happening? All of a sudden today that got completely resolved, able to release any type of stress that there was. And then all of a sudden I felt that loving energy from God and my angels for the blessing that came forth. And I'm no more special than you. Therefore, you have the exact same ability to bring forth miracles and blessings in your life. But God is just asking you, tap into your heart space. That is how you strengthen the connection with Him. That is how you're going to be able to start to feel their love as far as God and your angels. And that is going to go a long way as far as motivating you to push forth. And then when these ideas come forth, act on them. Don't hesitate. Act on them. And then you're going to see You might not quite get the result that you're looking for, but you're taking that baby step forward. The faster you start taking that baby step forward, the faster you're going to be able to create the reality that you're looking for. Therefore, don't hesitate. And if right now you're going through a challenging time, what is the desired result that you're looking for? And focus on that. Focus on the result. Put that question out to the universe. Put it out to God and your angels. What am I meant to learn from this? What am I meant to let go of? Is this some type of test as far as a trigger that's coming forth? And you have to amplify up your spiritual practices in order to start to receive those answers. There's no shortcuts. Okay, a lot of things that we're being taught in this reality is, here's the quickest way to lose weight, quickest way to make money, quickest way to build muscle. You know, no, that doesn't work. Sometimes you have to put in the time and the energy and the effort in something in order to get the real answers, in order to get the real results that you're looking for. Therefore, if you're pushing forth with something and you're not quite getting the result that you thought you should right now, realize this: everything is happening in your perfect divine timing. Be grateful to be able to do what is it that you're currently doing right now. Continue to ask for what is it that you need. What type of resources do you need in order to continue to push forth with this? If it's something that you're passionate about, if you truly feel it in your heart, if it is the love, joy, and excitement and fulfillment that is guiding you forward, continue pushing forth with it. And as far as these challenges, you're going to see after a while, it's just like these quantum leaps. It's everything else. Once you've experienced it once, twice, two, three times, all of a sudden you start to understand things on a much deeper level. And therefore, you're able to stay in your heart space the entire way on this journey. And that's when life becomes good. That's when all of a sudden one miracle will drop after another. And sometimes you do need to experience certain things because you're not aware, as far as your manifestation, you're not aware as far as the level of responsibility you might need to assume once you get your manifestation. Therefore, right now, you might be going through a challenging time for that, to see, are you going to speak your truth? Are you going to be able to be your authentic self? Or are you still going to be led by others as far as in this matrix? Start viewing it like this. Everything is happening for you and not against you. You're always constantly, you're either learning, practicing, or taking action. Start viewing it like this. Everything is happening in your perfect divine timing. Therefore, there's nothing to stress about. Therefore, there's no reason to have worry, anxiety, or fear come up because you're now connected with God and your angels and you're divinely guided and protected. And if you're remotely feeling stressed out, make it a weekly habit to come out in nature. It's incredibly powerful. And that's why I spend so much time out in nature. It helps to calm the mind. It taps me back in my heart space. It helps me to see as far as my spiritual journey. How is it that I want to move forward? What's the next step that I must take? What is it that I'm meant to learn? What should I be practicing it on? And when should I be taking action? Well, that's going to do it for the video. I love you guys. You guys have an awesome day. Namaste.